Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Prof. Isi and all my friends, wherever you are. I hope all of you are fine. So today I'm going to explain about second language teacher education in Malaysia and analysis of second language teacher education in Malaysia. Okay, to begin with, I'll tell you the history of second language teacher education in Malaysia. So Malaysia has a long tradition of teacher training. The first teacher training college was the Sultan Idris Training College, or SITC, established in 1922, and in 1957 its name was changed to Maktab Perguruan Sultan Idris based on the recommendations of the Razak Report. The college broke tradition and opened its gates to women students for the first time in 1975. It was then upgraded to an institute and renamed Institut Perguruan Sultan Idris in 1987. 10 years later, the institution was further upgraded and given university status and came to be called University Pendidikan Sultan Idris, UPSI, and its sole focus continues to be in teacher education. Okay, the need for professional development for teachers in Malaysia was recognized as early as 1995 by a special committee set up by the Education Ministry to look into teachers' professionalization, professionalism, and professional development. And then the committee recommend some recommendations. They are teachers should be encouraged to attend in-service courses. Teachers should be encouraged to further their education. Opportunities should be given to teachers for study visit overseas to study current developments in education. Induction programs be given to teachers appointed to new posts and with new responsibilities. Management courses be provided to those teachers who have been promoted to head teachers. Staff rooms should be subject-based, and then teacher centers should facilitate the professional development of teachers. Teacher centers should facilitate the professional development of teachers. They should be built in strategic locations, equipped with modern technology, fully funded, and adequately staffed. And then for teacher training college, the Ministry of Education Malaysia set up teacher training college throughout the country. So every state had at least one teacher training college except Perlis. And in 2009, the 27 existing teacher training colleges were upgraded into degree awarding institutions and were renamed Institut Pendidikan Guru Malaysia or Institute of Teacher Education Malaysia. Institute of Teacher Education or ITE and universities train teachers for primary and secondary schools. And then the development of the mode of delivery of the teacher training program. So in the past, a face-to-face activity, teacher trainees were required to be on campus for their training. And then in early 1990s, Open University Malaysia used a blended mode of face-to-face and online learning. And today, both open universities and some public universities conduct teacher training in the blended mode of face-to-face and online learning. Next is the level of preparations that teacher educators have when entering institutes of teacher education or ITE. So the entry qualification is various. It can be based on teaching experience, and then for the degree, the relevant bachelor degree is okay as long as they promise to have master degree later on, and then master degree. And some have no training prior to their entry into ITE. And some others are given a 2-week induction course by the Teacher Education Division or staff in Education Division of the Ministry of Education and from ITE itself, and follow a mentor program. And And then action taken to be equipped as teacher educators. If teachers want to be teacher educators, there are some requirements. So they need to have high motivations to read and research, and then they have to attend conferences and courses, learn from senior teacher educators, reflect on their own practice, learn through working with local and foreign teacher educators, discuss with colleges, learns while on the job, train others, join professional bodies, and experiment with new ideas. And then the views on roles of teacher educators. So teacher educators are conscientious professionals. They have to be role models in knowledge and skills and for positive attitude toward learning. And teacher training is a knowledge and skill-based profession. Next, let's see the programs for language teacher professional development. So in Malaysia, there are some programs for language teacher professional development. They are in service training program, teachers first degree program, and transnational programs. So in general, in service courses offer the continuous professional development for teachers at the institution of teacher training, an ongoing short-term in-service training and development program. Course duration range from 1 to 5 days. An ongoing short-term in-service training and development program for teachers teaching critical subjects, namely science, math, ICT, and English. And then special postgraduate programs for teachers trainers, namely masters and PhD level, and some other services. And then programs for language teacher professional development. In Malaysia, most continuing professional development, or CPD, for in-service English teachers uses the cascade model. Cascade model means that some teachers are trained in the level of the national, and then the teachers come to their regions. They train some teachers or representative teachers from schools in the regions, and then each teacher then train other teachers in their own school. And then for the analysis of second language teacher education, so I used two studies for this one. The first is teachers' perception on in-service teacher training in Malaysia and challenges for professional development of Malaysian teachers. So for teacher perceptions on in-service teacher training in Malaysia, the study was conducted by Pang and Wei. So they investigated the perceptions of 2 Malaysian primary school English language teachers of their inside experiences, the CPD models they prefer, and their perceptions of the effect of CPD on their classroom practice. The research also aims to identify the future expectations of INSET in terms of their professional development needs and their pupils' needs. So for their study, they used 4 instruments. They were profile, questionnaires, focus group interviews, individual interviews, and a pulse survey. And the results show that overall, these teachers did have a strong sense of the importance of their professional development. INSET courses relevant to them, the content needed by the teachers are English literature, phonics, and literary related issues. They were comfortable to attend INSET courses. They believe there should be more INSET courses which were content related rather than generic INSET courses on topics related to administration. And the training in INSET courses could be shared between teacher trainers, SISCs, and district English language officers, or LOs. And then the last study that I used was conducted by Omar in 2017, and the title is Challenges for Professional Development of Malaysian Teachers. For the challenges for professional development of Malaysian teachers, there are 4. The first, distance. So many teachers are from different regions, and then job commitment and allocation of time, financial woes, and family commitments. Okay, and the last is the references that I use. Yeah, some references from Hartman and Arahman, Jamil, McAllister, Omar, Pang and Ray, and Vitamani. Okay, that's all for my presentations. I hope that it can give you insight about teacher education in Malaysia. Thank you for your attentions, and I'm sorry for mistakes, for unclear explanations. And then Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.